up, wake up. Once again, it's the Flow Show, no filter. Back for another controversial show to talk about a controversial verdict. But before I get into it, let me cover my ass. No Diddy. Damn. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show, no filter are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good morning, everybody. First of all, I just got to let out a what the fuck? I had to let that out first and foremost. We all know we got the verdict, the controversial verdict. People are pissed. People are happy. People are sad. People are being ignorant. People are showing their polish. You got everything in between. But at the end of the day, I'm going to just say flat out, I don't agree with the verdict. I don't agree with the verdict. And the statement that I've been seeing, good morning, everybody, the breakfast crew. We're back for another, what is it, Thirsty Thursday? No water. I forgot my damn water. I was so pissed off this morning. But shout out to the breakfast crew. Angie in the building, Corvette Girl, Courtney, Megan, Steph, Kelly, Lily. Lily said the verdict was bullshit. Morning, my dude. What up, Melody? Kelly said the verdict sucks dog nuts. I couldn't have said it better myself. But the question that I want to talk about today, we got a lot to talk about. But nobody has brought up the fact that I believe the biggest mistake in this whole trial was the jury not being sequestered. I said that from the beginning, and I feel that right now, and I'm surprised more people haven't touched on that. But that's why you got the Flow Show, no filter, because I don't miss anything. The comment that I've saw most on my page and most on social media is the comment I want to echo right now, and I'm sure a lot of you are feeling this way. This is why victims don't come forward. In a nutshell, this is why victims don't come forward. Because victims will look at Cassie going on the stand, revealing her dirtiest, darkest secrets and experience that she had with a man who was 20, 30 years older than her. As she lay up on that stand or sitting up on that stand, 8 months pregnant, weeks away from giving birth. Imagine the trauma transferred to that baby. And victims will watch Cassie do that and watch a system say, we know this old man manipulated you, had strangers peeing in your mouth, made you, forced you, manipulated you, used their money and power, whatever you want to say, use your influence to have you engaging in sex with multiple partners, vomiting in between, supplying you with drugs, hanging your career over her head, and then you will watch a system say, we don't give a fuck about none of that. So I ask you, what motivation do future victims have when they can look at someone like Cassie stand up and do that and have a jury and a system that say, we don't give a fuck. To everybody out there that has daughters, to all the comment warriors, to all the people in this chat and seeing this video, we all have daughters. And this isn't just a representation of freak offs, the system, the feds. This is only a microcosm to the world that your pretty little daughters are walking around every day. See, these jurors and the people that comprise and make up this system, it's like a snowflake. That's just one part of the DNA of this society we live in. These people don't give a fuck about what women go through, or don't give a fuck about giving women justice. Some of these people work at your child's school. Some of these people are your neighbors. Some of these people are the bus drivers that are driving your little girls to school. Some of these people are the police officers who show up to give you aid. Some of these people are your teachers, teaching your children. See, the problem is in our society is we look at a situation like this and say, oh, my daughter would never be in a freak off, but this is bigger than the freak offs. This is bigger than this case. This represents the demonic society that we live in. So when your daughter is at school getting ridiculed, when your son is at school getting bullied, being talked about, things being done that should never be done to children, these are the same people who stick up for people like this, like a Diddy. So we shouldn't be surprised when it enters our home, because we can't look at situations like this and think that's only a representation of a court system, or think that, oh, because my daughter would never be in a freak off, she won't be affected. Oh, yes, she will. See, we are all one in this society. We all affect each other in some way, shape, or form. See, people ask me, and the trolls, they try to say, hey, how you feel about the verdict? Or I know you mad. First of all, he's still looking at 20 years. He still was found guilty of prostitution, transportation of prostitution across state lines. But as I've told everybody from the beginning, I am not a juror. I am not a judge. I am not a prosecutor. I am not a defense attorney. I am a motherfucking podcaster. I'm a motherfucking journalist, and I'm the best one at it. I'm not any of those other things. That's not my job. And at the end of the day, the people are upset with the system. The people aren't upset with Flo. The people love Flo. And all the system did, and all these misogynistic, narcissistic, trifling motherfuckers, all they did was make the people who love Flo rally around Flo and make Flo bigger because of their bullshit. See, this is why I always told y'all I'm independent. My success, my happiness, my dedication, my passion doesn't lie with this demonic system, this person or that person. My trust, my beliefs, my mission, and my accountability is to the people. I am the people's choice. I stand for the people. I don't give a fuck about what the system say, what this person say, or what that person say. I'm going to say it again. The people are upset with the system. The people aren't upset with Flo. And I like it. See, nobody gonna change no goalpost on me. I've said from the beginning, I am not a judge, jury, prosecutor, or a lawyer. My job is to be the best at my job. Because they fuck up at their job, don't have nothing to do with my job. Because see, you can go on my page, you can go on my podcast, you can read my fan mail, you can read my comments, you can look at my story, and you ain't gonna see nothing but we love you. You the best one doing it. Thank you for the coverage. I'm following you for a lifetime. Ain't nobody like you. That is where my happiness comes from. My happiness comes from the people, not these demonic fucks who run around getting excited off someone they never even met, getting a partial victory. They say, Flo, what you gonna do? He beat the Rico. I'm gonna wake my ass up. I'm gonna take me a shower. I'm gonna brush my teeth, and I'm gonna pay my fucking bills. The same thing I would do if he was guilty on all charges. See, because people live and die, and they get something out of someone feeling like they got over or beat a case. That's you. But guess what? Once that's over, now what? Because I'm top 3 in my profession. I'm standing up for people every day of the week. The people got my back. The people love me, and I love the people. So you can't rain on my parade. Because when you can say, you telling me what the jury did. You telling me what the prosecution did. But what you ain't telling me is you didn't do your job, Flo. You're not telling me I didn't break this shit down to the smallest compound and build it back up and explain it to people in a way they can understand it. That's my job. My job ain't to vote guilty or not guilty. My job ain't to present a case. My job is to be a voice of the people and amplify the voices that need to be heard. At the end of the day, he's still looking at 20 years. And this judge, by denying him bond, by denying him bail, is showing that who knows what this judge, and it ain't over while they dancing in the streets. I looked at Tisa Tales. She's been covering this from the beginning. And after the verdict, you know, she's been siding with the victims. After this verdict, she's going live and getting harassed by what? More men. She's on live talking about him and giving her coverage, and men are over there yelling at her, talking about her, yet calling her names, screaming bad boy. It's disgusting. And anybody who don't think it's disgusting, stay the fuck away from me. Because I'm happy. If you got any doubts about how happy I am, go to my page. Nothing but love. So much love, I can't even post all the love. And I appreciate it. Because I told y'all from the beginning, I'm going to do my damn job. I'm not, my morals, my moral compass, my morals and ethics are intact. So I slept like a baby last night. What those demons eat don't make me shit fire. But I want to tell y'all on a positive note. First of all, He's still looking at 20 years. We don't know how the judge gonna play it. Yeah, it could go down to 3 or 4 years. It could be 10 years. It could be 15 years. We don't know. But don't let this verdict get you down, because voices were heard and messages were sent. Everybody ain't got Diddy's money. Maybe only 1% of the world has Diddy's money. The rest of the 99% are looking at Diddy. They looking at how he looking. They looking at what he went through and looking at the fact he is still found guilty. Don't let them move the goalposts, because everybody said he was going to walk out yesterday. His ass still in jail. Don't let them move the goalposts because they got a partial verdict. Don't let them. Because if it was up to them, and as far as what they were saying, his ass was going to be walking out yesterday doing more freak offs. His ass still in MDC. He's still in prison. And so I say, I don't want to shit on the jurors. It's a tough job. I feel like they should have been sequestered, and I said that from the beginning. This nigga hurt. Hey, they are so hanging on Diddy's thing. Somebody say, what I'm hurt for? I'm bigger than ever. What does Diddy, whether he goes to jail for life, 5 years, 1 day, that don't have nothing to do with me. I'm still top at my career, still walking and dog walking my competition. That's what I'm here for. I'm not hanging on. I cover hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cases. I cover hundreds of cases. I don't hang on guilty, not guilty. Are you crazy? I hang on. You know what hurts me? If I don't outperform my competition. If I don't cover this shit to the best of my ability, if I don't show the difference between me and them, that's when I'm hurt. I don't give a damn what some other jury came up with or what the system did. That's y'all trolls that hang on to shit that got nothing to do with y'all. I'm top 3% in my career. Are you? I hope you are. But if I ever fall out the top 3%, if I ever fall off at my job, that's when I'll be hurt. I don't sit around and hang on no damn guilty or not guilty verdict. I don't give a damn. Diddy don't make me, what he eat don't make me shit. At the end of the day, I'm getting the most love that anybody could ever receive. I hope the trolls and I hope the people hanging on and wishing, oh, I'm so happy that Diddy and he's hurt. I hope y'all would ever get 1/10 of the love I receive. See, y'all need, the trolls out there, they need some type of form of a victory, because they don't really have victory. I'm winning this every time I turn this microphone on, every time I drop a podcast and I'm in the top 5%, top 3%. I'm winning every day. I don't need no victory. My life ain't determined if Diddy get life or he don't. It's not. I'm happy. It only make people rally around me even more and more. I'm sorry if me being unbothered and still speaking the truth as I do, I'm sorry you looking for more. You looking for somebody to be heard about, a partial victory. I'm sorry. I can't be. Look at the chat. Just read the chat. That's what determines my happiness. If the people are upset with me, then I'm upset. You think I give a damn about somebody, what somebody else decide? You can't live like that. I hope you don't live like that. What somebody else decide to do, whether they do their job good or not, I ain't about to be mad about it or upset about it, or my life ain't gonna change. I'm gonna turn this microphone on. I'm gonna turn this laptop on, and I'm going to deliver the truth and say what the fuck I got to say every single day. And what makes the trolls mad is it don't matter. It's one of y'all and it's 1 million people behind me. For every one troll, it's 1 million we love flow comments. I can't even fit them all on my page. So if it makes you feel better that you think I'm hurt, go with it. I just will hope everyone receives even just half the love that I receive for doing what I do. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all. The community behind this case, the friends, the family members, the community that has come to me just in this case alone is worth it. Because we got each other back long after Diddy, whatever he do, long past this case, we still going. After this case, I don't know what the trolls gonna do, but I know we still going. I've been covering cases before Diddy. I'm gonna cover them after Diddy, and I'm gonna continue to go. And I'm gonna continue to rock with my community, the best community online. The best community online. I just feel it's shameful to watch somebody like Tisa Tells, a female, getting heckled by men outside the courtroom. That's crazy. But they won't heckle me. See, the only men that will try to heckle me are in the comments. They won't heckle me in person. Not one of them. And I like it. And I'm glad they know better. Oh, like I always say, in the comments, they Mike Tyson. They John Bone Jones. They the baddest man on the planet in the comments. But y'all see me when I'm in person. They ain't saying shit. But they feel comfortable in the comments, and that's where they ass gonna stay. But I really didn't like. Thank you for the super chat, Steph. I appreciate it, Steph. Steph said, we love you, Flo. You are truly a GOAT and a friend, and I like it. Thank you, Steph. See, this is what the trolls don't get this. So they got to come here and hope they can get some love or get some satisfaction because Diddy got a partial victory. But see, I get my own victories, baby. Every single day, I get my own victories. I don't hang on Diddy's victories. I don't hang on the next man's victories. I get my victories myself. I am me. I am me. I am him. They tell me I'm a GOAT every day, and I humbly accept it. You got to hang on if Diddy guilty or not guilty. That makes your world. My world is complete. Take notes. If you've been following this podcast, I told y'all from the beginning, I'm not the jury. I'm not the judge. I'm not the lawyer. I'm not the prosecution. You're not about to make me hang on what they may have failed at. All I know is when people want the truth and the breakdown of what's going on, they know who to go to. That's it. I'm not about to sit up here and feel like I should be down because of somebody else didn't do their job. Where the fuck do they do that at? I'm the best at my job. And any other podcaster, content creator, or anybody else will tell you that shit themselves. That boy Flo cold. Thank you, Daphne. I'm tired. I missed Daphne's super sticker twice. Let me get back to Daphne. You can't even go through the comments without seeing the word love because this community is built on love. Thank you for the $3.99 super sticker, Courtney. I don't want y'all. I just had to get out the feelings of the verdict, but I don't want y'all to take this as a negativity. Take this negative because most people don't have Diddy money and his resources, and the humiliation and the shit Diddy went through this case, although many of us didn't get the entire verdict that we wanted, the message was heard. The celebrities are still quiet. The only celebrities speaking are the same D-list celebrities who were speaking before. They still quiet. And I like it. Best believe the celebrities have heeded this warning. Linda Zenner, thank you for the $4.99 super sticker. Thank you for the $4.99 super sticker. I'm trying to find Daphne. She had a big one, no Diddy. Give me a second. But trust me, the Fat Joes of the world, Tyler Perry, whoever else, they know to take this shit serious. Don't think people are playing around with this situation anymore. So if this may have been a step, this may have been a baby step. But I tell you one thing. There we go. Thank you, Daphne, for the $49.99, $50 super sticker. Everybody thank Daphne for holding down the community, the Flow community, all of that. $50 on Wake Up in the Morning just to tell y'all my thoughts and share our community and talk about whatever we need to talk about. I'm greatly appreciative of that. Why the hell would I be down? I'm up. I'm on fire. I'm the top journalist at this shit, and I don't even have to put a shirt on to do it. I could never be upset. My blessings run deep. My blessings run far. I have the best community online. If you're talking about social media, I dominate that. You're talking about podcasts, dominate that. And the best thing about it all, I dominate it by just telling the truth and being a voice of the people. That's my only job. That's my only job, is to continue to be a voice for the voiceless, to continue to be me, to continue to bring the truth, and continue to piss off the trolls because they wish they had it like me. They wish they had a platform. They wish they had a community that loved them. Which is why I always told you the trolls follow me from the beginning. I got the same trolls from 2-3 years ago all over my social media because they admire me at the end of the day. See, I ain't like the rest of these content creators. I ain't coming on here crying about the verdict. I'm giving you my honest feelings about the verdict, but at the end of the day, the message was heard. And at the end of the day, we still have the last laugh. We still have the say so. I would never stand with nobody who on 4K beating the shit out of no woman. I would never stand with that person. I would never stand with a person who take young ass girls and manipulate them and use power. Anybody could do that. That's what the trolls fail to realize. I've had plenty of women who would do whatever I asked them to do because they loved me and they cared about me that much. Do that mean I force men to piss in their mouth? No. When you are a leader, you have certain responsibilities. And the responsibility is you don't push motherfuckers just because they can be pushed. You don't bully people just because you can bully them. I don't know who raised y'all. So let's get into the facts of the verdict. After that, 30-minute intro. Yep, I will be. I'm glad you asked me. Yes, I will be covering Luigi's case for sure. I'm glad you brought that up. I will be covering Luigi's case for sure. Probably start on it. I'll probably start on it Monday, but it just depends on kind of how the news breaks. Corvette said, love you, my brother. Love you too, Corvette. After that 30-minute intro, we about to get into these articles and see what the hell went on. Let's go. We're going to go with the New York Times. New York Times, Sean Combs acquitted. And people, what they mad is they not getting what they thought they would get. See, the trolls not getting what they thought they was gonna get. They still feel empty inside. Because at the end of the day, Diddy got a partial victory. I don't know where the trolls' victory gonna come from. Diddy wouldn't piss on y'all if y'all ass was on fire. So the person you see how like me and my community, we talking, we got each other back. We really got a bond. See, y'all, you trolls is standing up for Diddy, and Diddy wouldn't shit on you if you needed him to. Diddy wouldn't piss on you if your ass was on fire. He don't give a damn about you. And you have to face that fact. You got to find where your life, what completes you. Coming in my chat, hoping I'm upset, ain't going to do shit for you. It's love here. Check the chat. Count how many trolls and then count how much love in there. You need to find that. Diddy don't give a damn about you. He would have somebody piss in your mouth if he could. That's how Diddy feel about you trolls who think you finding some type of joy out of some other man's victory, partial victory. Y'all are weird, and I hope y'all figure it out. It's a good life out here, and y'all missing it. It's a good life out here for you, but you missing it because you prefer to be a troll, which is the lowest bottom feeder shit you could be, is a troll. So let's continue. The New York Times, Sean Combs acquitted on top charges, but awaits sentencing for transporting prostitutes. A judge ordered the hip-hop producer detained until his sentencing, citing his historic history of domestic violence. He was found not guilty of sex trafficking and racketeering, but found guilty on prostitution, transportation of prostitution. Sean Combs, the hip-hop mogul who crafted a business empire around his personal brand, was convicted on Wednesday of transporting prostitutes to participate in his drug-fueled sex marathons, but acquitted of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking, the most serious charges against him. Though Mr. Combs, 55, still faces a potential sentence of as much as 20 years in prison, he and his lawyers were jubilant after the acquittals on the more severe charges in an indictment that accused the famed producer of coercing women into unwanted sex with male prostitutes, aided by a team of compliant employees. This is a crushing blow to a lot of people. But like I said, don't lose the fact that he's still locked up, and don't forget the fact that he is still up to 20 years. The judge has all power in this case. The judge has all power in this case. We don't know what he's going to do. So many people thought Diddy was going home yesterday. They thought he was going to bail out, or they thought he was going to be not guilty completely. He's not. He's still guilty of prostitution, transportation. So while people are jumping up and down, doing the latest dance, being doused in baby oil outside the courthouse, harassing Tisa Tales, I really hate that. I wish I was there. Because for some reason, when I'm around, people know how to act. They might think they can get their little shit up in these comments, but in person, people know how to act. I wish I was there. I hated even seeing her trying to give her live and report, and as she's getting harassed and yelled at, and it just shows women are very unprotected in this society. We know that. But one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna protect the ones around me. I'm gonna protect my community, and you're gonna feel protected when you're around me, because you know I'm not having that shit. That's why the trolls, they're very comfortable in the comments. But when you see me on live in person, the trolls are so quiet, you can hear a cat piss on motherfucking cotton. Never once has a troll even raised their voice at me in person. And I like it. And that's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be, continue to be. Because it's one thing to be typing your little shit in the chat, but it's a whole nother thing when we come face to face. And like I said, a troll ain't even so much as burped around me. So it makes me feel good when they feel so empowered in the chat, because it lets me know how cowardly they are, because they don't exist in real life. Y'all see me, I'm in the epicenter of the Diddy shit in New York. Walking around in the courthouse, in the cafeteria, outside, going live, handling my business, going to eat pizza, all of that on live. You have never heard a troll even fart in my direction. And that's how it better be. But I hated seeing that Fatisa Tales. That was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. They damn near tried to fight that girl over a verdict. But it only represents the demonic society that we live in, which is why I do what I do. Because we need as many people to stand for some shit as we can, because we live in a world where these people don't give a fuck. These people don't know how to look at it and say, what if that was my family member? They too busy dancing and dousing themselves in baby oil, celebrating a partial victory to a man who wouldn't even let you within 20 feet of him if he's seen you. You seen him in 4K beating the shit, kicking, throwing shit at a woman, and you riding with him. I'm glad to know you, and I'm glad that this case exposed the weirdos and the predators, because I can call y'all ass out every chance I get, because ain't nan one of you motherfuckers got enough balls to even face me in reality, in the real situation, in person, or any of that. So I allow you. Have fun in the comments, because we all know that's the only place you can say some shit. Because if you see Flo in person, we already know it's been proven. It's not going to, only thing it's going to be is love. Can we take pictures? Flo, you the best at it, and I don't like it, and we love you, Flo. That's the real life. In the chat, anybody can chat. I don't know, you on your mama's couch, just feeling like, hey, let me just troll somebody. I ain't doing shit else in life. So let's talk about this People magazine article. Sean Diddy Combs denied bail. Here's why the judge kept him behind bars. Judge Aaron Subramanian made the ruling Wednesday, July 2nd, after Combs was found guilty of prostitution charges and acquitted of Rico and sex trafficking. Sean Diddy Combs will not be released on bail after being found guilty of prostitution charges and acquitted of more serious charges in a high-profile federal sex crimes trial. Judge Aaron Subramanian ruled Wednesday, July 2nd, that the music mogul will remain in custody as he awaits sentencing. The judge said Combs' attorney failed to demonstrate that he poses no danger to any person, citing an alleged act of violence against a woman in June 2024 after Combs was already under investigation. See, people are losing sight that he was convicted of prostitution by transportation. Our society has become so far off the rails. That's a good thing. I ask you this, trolls, regular people, Flow community. If your son was convicted of transportation or prostitution, or your husband or your uncle or brother, would you be happy about it? Would you be proud of that? But what happened is our society has become so desensitized and fucked up. They celebrating the prostitution. Hey, He not guilty of killing motherfuckers and going for life. But we celebrating he's still a 2-time felon of transportation of prostitution. How low is the bar? I would hope and pray none of mine, none of the men around me, none of my son, none of my friends, none of my uncles, none of the men around me, none of the men in this community, I pray none of y'all are convicted of some prostitution transportation shit. But in this world we live in, that's a celebration. Pay attention. Which is why I tell y'all all the time, all I give a fuck about is my community and the real ones around me who support me. Outside of that, everybody else can kick rocks and flip-flops with no socks every day of the week and twice on Sundays. I don't give a damn. I don't. I'm fucked up like that. All I care about is me and mine, my community, my close circle that supports me. Outside of that, y'all can have them. Because to me, 80% of them are devils. 80% of them don't really have a compassionate bone in their body. Everything is barbershop talk and a game to them. And so you don't last long being around me like that because you will know I don't like your ass. I don't have a phony bone in my body. Ask the people around me. I either love you or your ass invisible. Ain't no in between with me. And I'm talking about my real life. I'm not talking about online. I'm talking about in real life. Ask the real people around me. It's only 2 ways I deal with you. I either love you to death and run through a brick wall for you, or you're invisible to me. And nobody is never confused. You know which side you on with me. There's never no confusion of how Flo feel about you. I'm cut like that. Sean Diddy Combs will not be released after bail, after being found guilty of the prostitution. He will remain custody as he awaits the sentencing. The judge said Combs' attorneys failed to demonstrate that he poses no danger to any person. Again, you full-throatedly, in your closing argument, told the jury that there was violence here. The judge used the defense's own words against them when it came time to give Diddy his bail. So the closing argument was good for the Rico. It was good for the sex trafficking. But it was not good in the sense of letting Diddy get the fuck out of jail or out of prison on a bond because the judge used their own words against them. I'm going to say it again. He said you full-throatedly in your closing argument told the jury that there was violence here. Judge told Combs' lawyer. The decision comes after Combs' defense proposed to the court earlier on Wednesday that he be immediately released on a $1 million bond co-signed by his mother, sister, and the mother of his eldest daughter. Combs' attorney said in the letter that he would be restricted to traveling only in Florida, California, and New York, and would surrender his passport and be subjected to regular drug testing under the defense's proposed conditions. The attorneys contended that Combs is not a flight risk and argued he has demonstrated trustworthiness and cooperation throughout the government's prosecution of him. On Wednesday, the jury acquitted Combs of the sex trafficking and racketeering charges he faced and convicted him of the 2 lesser counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. The music mogul had pled not guilty. Combs could still face a maximum of 20 years for the charges that he was convicted on. These charges are 10 years apiece. Also, in their letter to Judge Subramanian, Combs' attorney noted the sentencing guidelines for his Mann Act convictions would land him a prison term of 21 to 27 months, which is roughly 2 years. They noted further he has already served 10 months behind bars at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center. Had Combs been convicted on the charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, he could have spent the rest of his life in prison. A legal expert predicted to people that Combs will ultimately serve little to no time. That is the prediction. But like I told y'all, the judge has the final say. The lawyer for Cassie, which was Combs' ex-girlfriend and the prosecution's star witness, had earlier submitted a letter to the judge asking him to deny Combs' bond, worrying that he could pose a danger to Ventura and others. Prosecutors called 34 witnesses over a total of 29 days. They portrayed Combs as the leader of a business enterprise who highly orchestrated sex acts with male sex workers. They had another witness by the name of Jane who told similar stories to Cassie. Both women spent multiple grueling days on the stand and spoke about the sexual encounter known as freak-offs or hotel nights. But at the end of the day, he was found guilty on the prostitution charges and innocent on the sex trafficking charges. So now we wait for sentencing. This is a big day for both sides. Will the judge go all the way down to 2-3 years like the defense is wanting? But let's not forget, the defense also said Diddy should be let go. And that didn't happen. So the defense can push for it and say whatever they want to say. At the end of the day, it's up to the judge's discretion. The judge may say, you need to do 10 years. You need to do 8 years. You need to do 15 years. Who knows what the judge is going to say? But I tell you one thing, a lot of people who didn't think that Diddy would still be behind bars as we wake up this morning. So you don't know what the outcome is going to truly be. We have to wait and see. But I feel for the many victims up there. I have many victims who follow this show who are distraught and upset about this verdict. But I want y'all to know, like I said, a voice was heard, a step was made. It may have been a baby step. It may have been an ant step, but it was a step in the right direction. Because I tell you this, imagine if it was not guilty on all charges. See, the optics still show Diddy was held accountable for something. Diddy was held accountable for something. And so don't let the narrative take away from that. Diddy would have liked to be not guilty on all charges. C-Tuck letting him have it. Dickie get you a conjugal visit instead of lashing out and projecting your frustrations, dog. Hey, look. Diddy, hey, C-Tuck, this is what happened. This is the equivalent of the kids who get harassed in school because they have parents that love them and a family that love them. So the children who unfortunately don't have that, they come to school and they just lash out. It is what it is, man. If Dickie had somewhere to be where he was loved, he would be there right now. But he don't. So he has to come here. So just appreciate the fact that we had a type of community that people want to be a part of. Because they can be anywhere they want to be. They can be wherever the Diddy, hey, look, wherever the Diddy supporters are, they could be there. But the Diddy supporters are a bunch of filthy motherfuckers, and nobody really even want to be around them. I don't blame them. So at the end of the day, as y'all cook Dickie in the comments, understand this. Dickie is right where he want to be with his itty bitty Tootsie Roll. He right where he want to be. He could easily scroll and go hang out with the Diddy supporters, but he ain't doing that. And none of the other trolls. They right the fuck here, tuning in to the motherfucking best. And don't they ever forget it. Don't they ever forget it. One thing you gonna do is tune in to the motherfucking best. You can say what you want. You can capitalize all your letters in the chat, but your ass is right here like I thought you would be. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. But at the end of the day, we got more cases to cover, and this don't stop here. I've covered hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cases before and after Diddy. Diddy is like I said before, Diddy is the smallest feather in my cap. I appreciate that y'all so many people said I did a great job, but way more meaningful cases that I've done that propelled me to be in front of your screen right now. The Michael Miller case, the Riley Strain case, the Rasheem Carter case, the Goon Squad case, Damian Cameron, all cases that impact the regular people in society, and I was able to help them get justice in some way, shape, or form, or at least bring a voice when nobody was trying to listen to them. That's what I feel good about. Diddy is a celebrity case that is very popular, but it's also very empty and very shallow. At the end of the day, this crowd, this Diddy crowd, is not the real crowd that's impacting and really help the community and really be a voice for the voiceless. This is a crowd that all they give a fuck about is celebrity names and arguing with people because they don't have their own victories. They don't have their own sense of accomplishment. They don't have the love that we have. So they have to lash out and do whatever they can do to get attention. Okay, that's a step forward. All right, let's give Dickie. Hey, look, y'all know I give credit where credit is due. I don't pander. I'm not one-sided. This was a very mature statement by Dickie, and everything is spelled right. Dickie said he's not mad at anybody, y'all. I'm talking to the whole class. Dickie says he's not mad at anybody. He loved everybody, but he just wants to speak his opinion. Let's give Dickie a little bit of credit for that. Y'all know I'm a fair person. I have to give credit where credit is due. I ain't read all the other statements of what the hell been going on, but this is a step forward in the right direction for Dickie. I don't know what else been said, so don't come for me. But I gotta give Dickie credit for this statement right here. These are the statements that belong in this chat. Everybody have a right to their opinion. We even can snap on each other here and there. It's all in fun. We ain't trying to hurt nobody. Ain't nobody gonna hurt us. But at the end of the day, it needs to be rooted in good faith and love. That's what this community about. Now we might talk about your ass. We might joke. I might cook your ass. But after I cook your ass, I ain't gonna eat you. I'm gonna leave you on the plate and let you live. And that's why I like the Flow community. And y'all need to be hitting some like. Y'all need to get the likes up. Y'all need to share this live because don't nobody do it like we do it. See, the trolls want me come in here crying and all upset. Shit. This verdict didn't do nothing but make me bigger. This verdict didn't do nothing but put a shine of light on who the fuck y'all really can count on and who the fuck y'all can't count on. You think I'm about to be upset? See, my mind is too intelligent to be upset. I realize their fuck ups don't do nothing but make my mission and my message bigger. The fuck? They call me Flow for a reason. You can't hurt Flow. Flow gon' flow. I'm like water. I'm going to find the path of least resistance and keep it the fuck moving. I'm not going to cry or be upset because another motherfucker can't do their job. What I look like? I'm the best at what I do. And until somebody can tell me I ain't the best, I'm going to continue to let the world know I am the best. Don't try to peg me to no damn decision made by a bunch of motherfuckers that don't know what they doing. Don't attach me to that. Judge me on what I'm doing, breaking down shit and being a voice of the people. Am I falling short there? Hell no. Look in the chat. Go to my story. Read the messages. Back to back to back. So many messages, I can't even get to them all. Message number one, you are the best. Outstanding coverage of the entire trial. You need it. You need your own talk show. Thank you for all the hard work bringing us the real entertainment and news. Raymond Fenner. Man, I take my hat off to you, Flo. You did your big one covering this trial. I came to your page every day for the news. I appreciate you, homie. Pieces. 100. That's a somebody who kind of supported Diddy. Your coverage has been amazing. Vegan Bombs. Bobby Renee, I agree. The coverage has been great and appreciated. Denise Carruthers, you did a great job covering this case. I look forward to following more cases from you. As far as this verdict, I'm a little shocked. I just hope the judge does the right thing and sentences him to the maximum. Afternoon, this is from Sean Huey. Afternoon, I want to thank you again for your great coverage. Man, you broke it down so well. Simply outstanding, sir. I was looking to subscribe, but I couldn't figure it out. But you are still going places as you sit before me. I would enjoy watching more cases upcoming with your reporting and hopefully a couple dozen more. Please help me with the subscription breakdown. Have a healthy fourth, sir. Flo, thank you. This is somebody else. Flo, thank you for everything you do. I am an old head, and before you, I didn't even watch a fucking podcast. I didn't even know what the fuck a podcast was. You the only one I listen to. I just wanted to tell you, thank you, Flo, for doing what you do. I look forward to the show and our family every day. Love you and follow you every day. This is from a fan in UK. UK fan here. What would you say if I told you I don't know if I'm going to survive without your Diddy updates? Please don't leave us. Hashtag Flo Daddy for life. Another person, you've been a part of our lives for months. Loved it. Great work. I will continue to follow and listen. Another person, had to turn off everything today as I could only hear the verdict from you. Thank you for being epic. Another person, thank for your services. Social media appreciated you. All that you do. Can't wait to see what else you have next. You need to have your own TV show. Next, your coverage is remarkable. You are extremely intelligent about the law, and it shows. You are the only one we could trust with actual facts. Such a fan for you always. Another person, your coverage on this case was always on point. You did an excellent job. Thanks for always breaking everything down so we understood everything. Looking forward to your next coverage. We got a lot going on in this world. Thank you for being great, Flo. How the fuck would I be upset? I need the trolls to answer that question. Why in the hell would I be upset? That's more love in a 5-minute read than a lot of people, including myself, damn near were getting a lifetime career of doing this job. So don't ever think I would be upset. I'm happy than a motherfucker because people appreciate what I do, and I ain't doing nothing but being my motherfucking self. When I can get up in the morning, stretch and yawn, and turn this fucking laptop on and literally just be myself and get that kind of love, you think I would ever be upset? How? I ain't doing nothing but being myself and getting the love and returning the love to my community, to people I don't even know. And guess what the serious and the crazy part about all those messages, and it's thousands more of those messages. Not one of those messages are from anybody that I know in my real life. So if you want to know the few things that tick me off, it ain't no damn guilty, not guilty verdict. It ain't Diddy getting bail or not getting bail. It ain't none of that. It's that we live in a world where most of your flowers are going to come from people that you don't even know. The people around you or closest to you, a lot of times they are either jealous or evil in their own way, and they can see you moving a mountain, and they won't even give you credit for moving that mountain because they can't. They don't have it in their heart. See, I've been supporting people my whole life. I supported people in doing shit that really wasn't shit. But if it was big to them, it was big to me. And I used to always wonder why everybody don't support everybody in that way, or why certain things I would do, why people didn't support the way I support them. And then I would always say, damn, I'm tripping. Am I tripping? And then I went into the world of journalism. Then I went into the world of content creating. Then I created my own podcast, and I realized, no, that's a lot of people who support in the way I support. It's just that 99.9% of them ain't around me. They in the UK. They in Charlotte. They on Spotify. They on Apple. They on Facebook. They on Instagram. They on TikTok. They on YouTube. They just not around me. And so as I end every show, I let y'all know how much I love and appreciate y'all, because y'all give me the flowers that a lot of people who are around me should give me. You looking at somebody who has supported and been at every person's around me biggest moments all the time. But a lot of them same people can watch me take the moon and the stars and rearrange them and put them back together, and they will sit back and watch my shit and not say shit. So when I tell y'all I appreciate y'all, words can't even describe it. Because for once in my life, I found that there is a community. There are people who support genuinely, who support passionately, and who support 24/7 the same way I do. See, I've been standing up for people, looking out for people, being a voice for people long before this podcast, long before content creating, long before journalism. I've been standing up for people who didn't stand up for themselves my whole life. You can ask anybody who knows me. But my true happiness came when I stopped focusing on people around me and I start doing the same thing I did for people around me. When I start doing it for the world, my whole life changed. Because the world gave me the appreciation. The world gave me the admiration. The world gave me the motivation. The world gave me my flowers that I always deserve. So now I don't look for the people around me to say shit. I don't look for the people around me to encourage me. I don't look for the people around me to say, hey, Flo, you did a good job in covering that trial. I don't look for the people around me to support me on my biggest day ever yesterday. I am a journalist. I just covered the shit out of the biggest case in modern day history. I started from the bottom, and by the time that case was over, I was the biggest person covering the biggest case in history. So whether the verdict, whatever the verdict was, yesterday was probably one of the biggest days of my life because it was the end of something that I covered the shit out of that nobody else can say they covered that bitch better than me. And where did all my flowers come from? Y'all. So again, much love to the Flow community. Much love to the trolls. Much love to everybody out there. To the victims who follow the Flow show. Don't let this verdict get you down. Understand that this verdict, although it may have been a baby step, it was a step in the right direction. Understand that this verdict is going to show motherfuckers who don't got Diddy money, which is 99.9% of the world, that if your ass is mistreating women, mistreating kids, doing crimes, it's a big chance that your ass, at the very worst, going to be humiliated. And at the very best, your ass going to be locked the fuck up. Because they can spin the narrative as they want. At the end of the day, Diddy is still in prison and he's still looking up to a potential 20 years. That's where we are. And I want every victim out there to know that regardless of what the fuck, as long as you're a part of this community, as long as you support me, you got somebody who gonna stand the fuck up against the system, to Diddy, to the trolls, to ignorant motherfucker, whoever. Like I tell my son, life can be tough, but it ain't tougher than me. I appreciate y'all. See y'all tomorrow, 7:30 a.m., Monday through Friday. I appreciate all the love, and I'm going to continue to return the love, and I'm going to continue to follow and cover the most impactful cases that affect our modern day society, and I'm going to continue to be the best motherfucker doing it. Thank you. Much love. I love y'all, but I'm out. Let's get our mouths in the chat. Do not let this verdict get you down. This is a step forward. I'm telling you that. They didn't do nothing but make me bigger and make their ass smaller. So let's get to our mouths in the chat. Much love to everybody. Stephanie says, I'm out. Angie says, this is the best community. Liddy says, I'm out. Happy 4th. Melissa said, Flow Daddy, the voice of the people. Damn right. Dickie could, nigga, fit glory, Flow for president. I heard you. Who? Somebody else said Flow for president. Steph says Flow for president of the U.S. Melissa says she vote for Flow. Y'all hear this? I'm supposed to be upset. And I'm supposed to be upset. Flow in the crew, Lily says. Candy says, love you, Flo. Love you, Flow. Candy, love you more. That's an awesome profile pic, too. Very artistic. I like the black and white. Lily says, love your community. Flow Show fam every day. Thank you, Melissa. Hey, Boo, what you saying? Hey, Boo. Hey, Boo said, absolutely, 100%. Well said. Steph said, I've never subscribed to any podcast or YouTube before Flow. I love you, Flow. I love you more, Steph. Y'all are far too kind. Y'all are an amazing community. I am blessed to have y'all. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Pearl says, I agree. I missed your statement, Pearl. I'm sorry. This damn thing is somebody says peace. Angie says, I'm out. Melissa said, Angie love. Yes. We gonna move on. We gonna cover the rest of Diddy, but we're going to move on to the next stories. And one thing I do need y'all to do, though, is please send me messages on the next stories that y'all want us to cover. I forgot to say that. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. I forgot to say that. But the subscription is in the notes. If you're listening to this, it's in the notes on your phone, Facebook, and YouTube. But please send me notes and messages on what cases that y'all want to hear. Angie says, thank you, Flo. Much love. Love you more. Let me know what cases we moving on to next. Somebody says amazing energy. Let me see. Hold on. Oops, upside your head. I love that. Says amazing energy. You can send me messages on my Instagram. My Instagram is Flo Daddy Flo. You can send me messages on Facebook. It's Flo Daddy Flo or Harold White. You can send me messages on TikTok. It's Flo Daddy Flo Backup or the Flo Show No Filter. Or you can put it in the fan mail. There are a lot of places, but most people send me story requests and talk to me on my Instagram and Facebook inboxes. I try to check them regularly. Sometimes I can't get to them, but okay, Melissa says she got ideas. So yeah, y'all, I love y'all. Thanks for everybody. See y'all tomorrow, same time, but I am out.